What's this thing LPT? Why is everybody flocking to it? Why is it taking off into the universe right now, and should I be part of it? If you're asking yourself those questions or something related to that, then you're in the right place. Is LPT a good change to my business? I know I had to ask that before I made the jump. And if you're in that same boat, we're gonna go over the specifics of what are some of the issues that people encountered prior to going and how were they solved. If you want that, then stick around. We got it coming right at you. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty coming at you with some more great information. Whether you're looking to find a different brokerage or looking to grow your business, you are in the right place. We do tons and tons of different videos to help you make a decision on the best part of your career and improve that career. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Now, I've been through it all. I've been the single agent, been the team agent, been the ops manager, team lead. Heck, I've done 2 teams running them in 2 separate states. It was exhausting, all right? And I can tell you that I made so many mistakes. And I want to be able to give back to you all those ones so you can live vicariously through me and be a rock star agent much quicker than me. They always say that you are the sum of the 3 people you surround yourself with. Make me be one of those voices to help you excel to your career. All right, and you also, if you do have questions about the brokerage or anything that we had mentioned here, please give me a call, text, or email. I'm happy to help you out to accelerate your career. Okay, so let's talk about LPT, and is it a good change to my business? If you are not a beginner and you've been in another brokerage, know that most agents, once they go into their first brokerage, a good majority of them leave within the first 90 days because it wasn't what the hype was, right? Our recruiter didn't really give us the story of what it was all about. They just cared that we signed paper and put our license under that brokerage. A lot of times we'll get established and they're like, hey, is there just anything else out there? And most of us will change into several different brokerages until we find that place that just meets everything or pretty darn close of everything that we need outside of doing it ourselves as our own broker. So what I would ask you, since you're here on this channel or listening to this podcast, what are your issues? Most of the time, as I brought people into my traditional team, I was always curious, what is the problem that we're trying to solve here? One of the big things that made me move from a primary brokerage was the culture. And you could go under any flag. It could be Keller Williams, it could be an ERA, it could be a Coldwell Banker, or whatever. Certain offices have a way different culture than other offices. And sometimes it seems like a knitting circle. It seems like the good old boys club, or whatever you want to call it, good old girls club. And that culture just doesn't fit you, right? And it could not be the splits, it could be something, it could be any of those different things, but it just doesn't fit, right? Other parts is, hey, I know all this. I don't understand why I'm paying out a 60, 50, 70% split to this broker when I know that I could go out and excel from it. So splits is a big thing too. One of the ways that you can increase the amount of take home is to increase your split with your team or your broker, right? The other part might be opportunity. Maybe I've hit a glass ceiling, right? Like, I can't get any better than this at this brokerage. I can't make any more money given the amount of time that I have to put into this. How else can I grow? And then the other one are, just certain restrictions that they have you in where they keep you in this role. Hey, you're just a buyer's agent, Hey, you're only gonna work this market. You're not gonna work our luxury. You're only gonna work this, right? Is there a restriction that's holding you back, right? There's a slew of other reasons, but this is some of those ones that really pull us to one place or the other. Another part could be, hey, I'm on a sinking ship and I need to get off of this thing, which was what happened to me in the last one. So let's talk about LPT. What is offered here? More than likely, you've seen the other videos, you've done some research before, but I'm gonna cover a good portion of this. If you need more detail, please reach out to me. Personally, I'd be happy to provide you that information. But what's really offered? In my respect, since I've been with this brokerage over 1.5 years now, the biggest part was freedom. I'm a team lead. Right? I'm a team lead, so I wanted better options. But freedom came to a lot of different things. As far as the brand, you can do whatever color, whatever combination you want. Obviously, you still have to go with the state guidelines to your broker and co-branding, but it could be whatever you wanted, right? And they would pretty much approve anything as long as it was within regulations for the state. But you have a ton of freedom just with your brand. Your operations, nobody really messes with you as long as you just hit the compliance that you need to for your state. You can operate however you want to, providing you don't put yourself in jail. All right. And there's tons of different ways that you can just go out and do your own thing. If you are set with that, you want to run a business like you want to run it, and you don't have to worry about somebody looking over your shoulder, sometimes physically, this is the best place to go. You have freedom from that from a cloud-based brokerage. The other part is you have options, right? You have options even with your split. There are different tracks that you can go. You have a business builder, you have a rev share partner. right? And a business builder gets you $500 per transaction until 10 transactions. And the $5,000 you pay, you're capped until your next anniversary year. You want to go the rev share route and pick up a little bit more people and rev share from recruiting? You can do that too. It's on an 80-20 to $15,000 and then you're capped. You also get stock with this brokerage as well. The cool part about it is, hey Tim, what if I want to be a business builder? I can't get rev share? No, you can build it out. You sure can. You're just not going to get paid on it. Then at any point, if you're like, I think that's making enough money, I'm going to switch to the rev share partner, step over to it, and then you start collecting. Pretty cool, huh? But that's just some of the ways that you can go. The low fees is awesome too. You don't have a monthly fee. You have one annual fee of $500, and that's not until you actually start making money, right? So your first transaction is when that comes out, providing it qualifies. You do have a $195 per transaction fee, but depending on your state and what type of loan it is, if it's a loan at all, you can usually have the buyer or seller pay for that fee. No problem with it, right? And then that's really it. There's no sign-up fee, no monthly fees. It's good. You also get stock. If you're a rev share partner, you get 1.4% more for your first, your third, your 10th, and your 35th transaction. Anytime you bring somebody on and they do their first transaction, you also get stock and that as well. You have rev share. If you're not in a brokerage that doesn't have revenue share versus profit share, but revenue share, that's a huge thing too, right? So revenue share means that, at least in this brokerage, they take the $15,000 or the $5,000 from the other person that's in your downline. They split it 50-50. 50 goes to the brokerage, the other 50 goes in this rev share. And then there's a certain amount that you can make currently, depending on the tiers, will depend upon how much passive income that you'll get per month up until that they cap themselves. So it's a sustainable model, but it's passive income from just telling people, hey, this place is awesome. Kind of like this YouTube or podcast that you're listening to. But you have tons of rev share opportunities with that. The other big part that brought us over to this brokerage was it was an agent first culture. There's a lot of things when brokerages get a little too big for their britches, right? Or whatever you want to call it. But there's this agent first culture where it's not so much about the growth of the company and what other little things that they do just for the sake of doing it, but it was for the agent. Like they even have, hey, this is an agent brokerage for life is what they say, or some variation of that. It's about that. So if you need to talk to somebody, you can pick up the phone. You don't need to go as a little avatar to go talk to people. Yeah, that's a little dig on EXP, but you can actually pick up the phone and somebody will answer and get you to somebody pretty darn quick. You have access to the different departments. They're all pretty good. Now, I will tell you, since it's a newer brokerage, especially opening up in different states, there are going to be some hiccups as a new brokerage, but that's kind of also the exciting part, is you get to kind of go through some of that. But that's really awesome, having that culture and letting them do what you want to do. They also have great support, like I mentioned before, and good tools as well. They give you .loop. Unlike the other 100% brokerages, they actually give you systems. They give you a website, CRM called Lofty, which used to be Chime. They give you LPT, which is Listing Power Tools, is what it was prior to being a brokerage. You get tons and tons of marketing material for cost, if not less. Every single listing that you get this huge box full of goodies. They give you all these other things to add to the listing and help you get other listings, right? So LPT is super powerful. I was going to start using that for my team, and then we just decided when it became a brokerage that we were just gonna come on over anyway. But they give you all these tools and opportunities. There's tons of training. There's all sorts of recorded things to help you grow to, hey, I want to do open houses. I want to be a cold caller. I want to do this. All these things are out there to help you grow. And the best part about that is the collaboration. And a lot of brokerages say that they have this. This one actually does, where you can get into these different upline groups or different forums and really talk and have a conversation with people. People are really excited about this as it grows so darn quick, and that we're only in 20 states and we still got 30 more to go at the time of this video. So this is a good time to get into this. Really good time. Last but not least, you also have opportunities for growth. And growth meaning, hey, we're only in 20 states. Let's start talking about people in these other ones and start building this community out. I mean, the sky's the limit when it comes to this as far as rev share is concerned, as far as stock at the end of 2023 still has not gone, public yet. And to be able to have all the support and have this culture and to pay so little into a brokerage to be able to get this and pretty much be a broker yourself if you want to, run your own business and be the captain of your own ship is pretty awesome. I haven't found anything else that's better than that. So that's really all I have for you. Is LPT Realty a good change for your business? Well, that's up to you. Did what I tell you going to solve some of your business woes? Is it going to put you in the right place? Or are you still going to be happy, or do you need more of a brick and mortar traditional place to run? Either of it's fine. I'm not going to point you one way or the other. That's a decision that you'll have to make. But if you do have questions and you'd like to discuss it, I'm more than happy to chat with you. please give me a call, text, email, find me on social media. I'm happy to be able to chat with you to see if this is something that you go into. If you're curious about my coaching program and you're lucky enough to be here on the Emerald Coast, you can also hit me up and I'll be happy to chat with you then about that. But that's all I do have for you. Again, my name is Tim Whittemore here with the Whittemore Group with LPT Realty. We'll see you in our next video.